What's going on, Cancer? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for the month of June 2023. So in this reading, Cancer, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides, and so much more regarding the month of June. But before we begin this reading, as always, Cancer, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Cancer. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this reading. I'm going to pull the energy and we'll see what wants to come through for you. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Cancer. Yeah, Cancer, it's a weird one here for you. I already got some downloads, but hold on. Okay. Man. Wow, Cancer, very interesting energy. First thing coming through is there's something that you're going to be moving away from, okay? For a lot of you, this is going to be a group of people I'm getting. This is something that you really wanted to consider your family, okay? So for some of you, I'm getting that this is to do with your work, this is to do with your career, but Cancer is all about loyalty, it's all about family. And there's something about you almost just really admitting deep down, wow, I wish this could work. I wish this could be loyal. For most of you, I'm not getting that this is going to be your actual immediate family that you're living with. For some of you it could be, for most of you it's not. For most of you it could be extended family, or it could just be it's some sort of, I'm just getting some sort of work group or something that you're really moving on, but almost like reluctantly. What I'm getting from this, Cancer, is there's something that you wish you could have been accepted into, but in June 2023 it's almost like all systems are going to be pointing to Cancer, your talents would be better suited elsewhere. And it's going to hurt you, could even hurt people involved, but it's almost something that was part of your destiny for the universe, and we'll get into it really quick, Cancer, okay? So, and this could be, it doesn't, apply it to your situation, but in some way this will manifest for you. And so, Cancer, messages from the universe before we get into the tarot. First, you have Green Tara, Supreme Protection, okay? So, you are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitation and trust. And this, Cancer, is it's a weird message that a lot of you are gonna have a place to go. A lot of you are going to have some sort of substitute group that will accept you, a new person that will accept you. But this is really hard for you because, the sign of Cancer is all about home, family, roots, and there could be something about someone in your family, maybe not the whole family, or someone in your friend group, someone that you need to cut a cord with. It's someone or something, Cancer. You're going to know what this is, okay? Now, you also have Saint Germain, Karma, Releasing. Move beyond drama, create your own path, and make room for good energy here. Okay, so with Saint Germain really helps us move beyond social limitation and connect with the right people for our highest good. And so for a lot of you, what June 2023 is going to be about, Cancer, but what I'm getting is it's not what you thought, it's not what you planned, it's not what you wanted. But what I'm getting is your soul can see the bigger picture, and it can see that, Cancer, if you try to force something to work that's not working, and you've really been trying to force it, it's not going to help anyone. So there is something about releasing drama. For a lot of you, this could have to do with, not talking to someone anymore. For some of you, there's going to be a lover, friend group, family, etc. But it's something very deep. For some of you, this is going to be not part of your family, but it's just a weird one. And I don't like saying this to Cancer, but it is what it is, right? And then you have Serapis Bay, Ascension, move into your true self, rise above the darkness, and the light is here. So this talks about you, there may be a low point here, okay? There may be some sort of point where some of you have been already feeling depressed, very low down, but it's for your highest good, Cancer. Without the stars in the night sky would not shine without the darkness. So it's almost, for a lot of you, there's something about you shining. There's something about you, there's something about people were uncomfortable with your own, I'm just getting alpha status. There's something that, for many of you listening to this, whatever it is that you're moving away from, Cancer, it was almost because people were uncomfortable with the power that you hold. For a lot of you, this has to do with, your family. There's something about they wanted to be the top dog, but you were like, I'm meant to be that. Or this is a work situation, a friend, this is something, Cancer. So with that being said, let's get into the tarot. Very interesting reading here. We started off with the Hermit. This is your opportunity. The opportunity of the Hermit is to go within. It's to reflect and potentially, for a lot of you, disconnect from any sort of social engagement or a particular social engagement here, Cancer, in June. So the Hermit, and it's just an opportunity, is to go within, to really disconnect, okay? And Albert Einstein was sitting on, or whoever was sitting, Isaac Newton, the apple hit them under the head. In order to become a genius, you have to be alone. So maybe this is what that's about for some of you. Now, you also have in your challenge the Chariot. So the Chariot is a vehicle to get you where you want to go. It also has to do with travel, and it also has to do with the freedom of movement. And here with the Hermit being your opportunity, and the Chariot, all about speed, movement, communication, travel being your challenge. For some of you, there's going to be this feeling, should I stay or should I go? Even though you know it's time to go, there's something that you wanted to be loyal to. And I can understand that completely. But for some of you, this is a love thing. This is a karmic relationship that finally is going to end. Some of you may have recently gone back to an ex. Some of you may have been in a pattern with someone for a long time. And for those of you that have children, for those of you, Cancer, that are married and you have children, I'm not necessarily getting that there's going to be a divorce and there's going to be that. It's almost like you need to take your immediate family away from the extended family. If that's the case for you, there's something about that. Okay, so don't think that, oh, I need to go get divorced. No, this is more for the single people. If you have a family, it's something protecting your family from the education, or there's something about, for some of you that have kids in a family, there's something about you and your partner need to take your kids away from the hometown. You need to protect your kids from bad kids in the neighborhood, something around those lines for those of you doing that, okay? Now, man, and you really could be going back and forth with it. When it comes to your overall general energy, you have the Six of Swords, you have the Page of Swords, and you also have the King of Cups here, Cancer. So the Six of Swords has to do with travel. The Chariot is in your challenge having to do with travel. The Page of Swords is also here. A lot of people are going to really be questioning your decision, or it's you questioning your decision to move on, right? Move from choppy waters to calm waters here, Cancer. And for a lot of you, this is going to be people like, wow, Cancer, you're just going to jump ship like that? There could be people that, it's almost like the very people that subconsciously pushed you out are going to call you out when you actually take your power back and leave. Something I'm getting along the lines I'm telling you. Now you have the King of Cups. What I'm getting is you do have love waiting for you wherever you go. And the message of Green Tara is don't build walls around your heart, Cancer. The whole point of moving, the whole point of changing your life is so that you can find something better. It doesn't mean that you have to hermit away forever. It's just temporary. It's just in the month of June. And there is love. For a lot of you, there could be a water sign, or there could be some spiritual person that is going to counsel you, or there's someone, for some of you, if you're single, you have another option in love, and you know that. You may be very hesitant about it, though, because you're still hung up on this past situation, etc. Now, when it comes, Cancer, to what you don't see coming, it's the straw that broke the camel's back. For a lot of you, that have been on the fence of should I leave, should I try to be loyal to this job, to this person, to this family, there's going to be something, Cancer, that is the kicker. Because in what you don't see coming, you have the Three of Swords, you have the Devil, and you have the Queen of Swords here. So this is heartbreak, really accepting a deep, painful situation. The Devil has to do with toxicity, and the Queen of Swords has to do with, using your logical mind and really just, kind of just unemotionally assessing the situation. But it probably will be emotional with that Three of Swords. And so with what you don't see coming, listen, it might sting. You might get stung. And, it's almost like I'm getting a vision of you. You know how like Spider-Man got bit by the spider, and then he went home and he got sick, right? But the next morning he woke up, he became Spider-Man. So you're becoming Cancer Man, Cancer Woman, the crab. So it's almost like the universe is like biting you with poison, but that poison is going to transform you if you can be wise enough. And yeah, there's a toxic environment, no matter how you cut it, whether this is you have a family you have children with your partner, and there's political maneuvering in your neighborhood is what I'm picking. For those of you that are a committed partner, love your children, not splitting up, there's something about your neighborhood that is toxic. There's something about you're like, this is home, but it's toxic. For those of you single, romantic, or work situation that's toxic. When it comes to your advice, you have the Eight of Swords, you have the Justice card, and you have the Five of Wands. And so with this advice, Cancer, is that the universe is restoring positive karma to your own stuckness here. And I just feel like there really have been people that have not been on your side as much as you thought. The Five of Wands has to do with competition. It has to do with, sometimes it has to do with like training yourself, but in this case, it's coming through as the universe is removing people from your life. The universe is literally removing people from your life that do not belong there in June. And I'm getting, because a lot of times I can feel how the listeners feel about the reading. And a lot of you, this is something that maybe hasn't happened yet. This is something that will unfold in the beginning of June, especially around the full moon in Sagittarius. And so, man, a lot of you, this is not the message that I wanted to give, but I don't know what you need. And a lot of times this is what you need. So let's go ahead. I almost like swallowed, a little bit of coffee went down the wrong pipe. Let's go. Why is the Hermit your opportunity, Cancer? For those of you that have been single, and you've been trying to make it work with various people, or maybe one person or two people, there is something about maybe being single for a while. Could be good for your energy, even though you still have an option, a new option waiting. Why is the Hermit here for you, Cancer, in your opportunity? Yeah, I'm taking all those. The Hermit is clarified by the Emperor, the Queen of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Empress, the Hanged Man, the High Priestess, oh my gosh, the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Let me repeat that. The Hermit in your opportunity. So the Hermit is what you need to disconnect from. What do you need to disconnect from? Listen, how obvious can the universe make this for you, Cancer? For a lot of you, this has to do, if you're kind of on the fence with someone in love, this has to do with love. You have the Emperor and you have the Empress, and you also have the Lovers and you have the Two of Cups. For a lot of you, Cancer, this is you surrendering, listening to your intuition and surrendering a relationship that is really hot. And that's more for those single people that have been dealing with a karmic for many years. For those of you that are, once again, married in a committed thing and you have children, then more so it's about, once again, moving your family to a new place or readjusting that, staying with the family unit. But if you don't have, you'll know what this is about, Cancer. And so, wow, this is really a big one. And it's almost like a lot of you are going to be like, I'm just getting like a visual of you like packing up all your stuff and like crying. Like literally while you're doing it, And there's no shame in that, just kind of like, it's rough here. Why is the Chariot your challenge? Why is it challenging for you to get on the move from this? Yeah, because you still have love attached. Wow. The Chariot, Cancer. Hold on. Yeah, this is something you really wanted to make work. A lot of you are not interested in moving. You're like, I thought this was my town. I thought this was my family. I thought this was my person. I thought this was the neighborhood. And the Chariot is clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Swords. And so this is something that basically you're moving on from, but you don't want to. And it's almost like even if the universe is metaphorically spitting in your face, even if there is really a lot of shade thrown your way from an environment, person, or situation, there's still something in your heart where you're like, man, it's like Sod's Law. It's like Murphy's Law. You're like, it's just the feeling. A lot of you are really going to be feeling like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? For some of you, it's almost like if you recently bought a house, or it's almost like you thought you found the best place to raise your kids, or you thought you found the best place for your work environment if you're single, and then it's like you just have like a neighbor that's like jumping over the trampoline with a knife, like, and you're just like, oh my gosh, do we fight him or do we just leave? And maybe that's, maybe some of you are considering like spazzing out or not. And with the advice here, you do have the Justice card and the Five of Wands. So there could be some action that you need to take to restore justice when it comes to people messing with you. I wouldn't go far, but I would just like let them know, like, I would just like, instead of actually hitting someone, I would just be like to your neighbor, be like, hey, so, and then just like make them jump, you know what I mean? And even if they jump, you'll be like, could have, but I didn't. And you'll feel satisfied with that. I'm getting that for some of you big time. All right, so just if there's someone like, hold on, the deck got split. If there's, just like literally hit him with that. Like if there's someone really who's like purposely trying to get with you, just be like, and watch him jump and just be like, hey, I'm telling you. All right, let's do a little bit more. Let's clarify, Cancer. Why is the Six of Swords here? I mean, this reading couldn't be more obvious to me. The Six of Swords is clarified by the Death card. That has to do with transformation. But you see how the white horse is coming through town and the people are like begging it to not happen? These people are like, no, do not let it transform. There could be people who are involved in this that don't want to see you go. Once again, just to give you a clear analogy, let me paint the picture. You just bought a house. The frequency is this. Even, no matter how it will manifest differently. The frequency is you just bought a house. One neighbor is jumping over the thing with a dagger and looking at you like, and you're just like, oh my God. And then the neighbor across the street, though, is a soulmate. And the neighbor across the street is like, you're leaving? Cancer, no, you can't do this to the neighborhood. You were the cornerstone. You can't do this. Maybe this is in your company. Maybe this is in your friend group. Maybe this is your family. What I get is there's a split here. Once again, there's some good aspect to it, but the worst aspect is like, these people might just murk us in our sleep. So we need to scare them a little bit. Most likely you need to leave though. And so, wow. Let's go ahead and, what is the Devil here? The Devil is the centerpiece to your reading. Why is the Devil card here when it comes to what you don't see coming? Then we're also going to do that King of Cups though. Because there is, for a lot of you, for those single people out there, there is someone waiting for you. Someone's been waiting to hear from you as well. Why is the Devil card here? The Devil card is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Emperor, and the Chariot. So for a lot of you that have been in a dating situation, for a lot of you that have been trying to make it work with someone, this is someone, I'm getting toxic masculine behavior. The Knight of Wands is in and out behavior. It's someone who's committed to you one day, but then is not the other day. And with the Chariot here, there could have been someone that kind of, either you cheated on someone or they cheated on you, honestly, when it comes to you dating someone or you kind of just trying to make it work with someone. For those of you that have a family, once again, you have a committed partner and you're no matter what happened, you're still sticking it together. There's something about you taking control, the Emperor, the king of your own kingdom, and saying, the Knight of Wands is let's bounce. The Chariot is also let's bounce, let's get out of here. And I just feel like there's this weird energy of some of you just put down a down payment. Some of you just leased a car. For some of you, there's a possession, there's a car, there's a house, there's clothing that is preventing you from doing this. And a lot of you, this is a nightmare from your childhood. What I'm picking up for a lot of you, you're like, oh my God, I know what this is. It's a trauma repeating, etc. Now, in your overall general energy, let's clarify why the King of Cups is here though. Why is the King of Cups here in your overall general energy? Because there's a better place waiting for you. The universe always sends someone or something. Why is the King of Cups here? Exodus, movement of the Cancers. Yeah, so the King of Cups is clarified by the Six of Pentacles, the Fool, and also the Five of Cups here. So yeah, for a lot of you, this is moving on from someone or something that you have a very deep emotional attachment to. Once again, I just get you walking out like this. You're walking out like you're crying, walking away, that's fine. But here's the thing, you have the Fool and you have the Six of Pentacles. There's someone, for a lot of you that are single, or you've been on the fence with someone and you know there's someone else, you may have been talking to this person or just connected. There is someone who will treat you right. There is someone who will rectify the situation for you. But because the Hermit is your opportunity here, there may be a period where you want to just be alone. But for some of you, you had the Emperor, the Empress, you had the Lovers, and the Two of Cups. There could be one relationship there and one relationship kind of a bounce back thing for you. It is there as an option. I'm just telling you for the singles, for the people that are going to be alone. You don't have to be alone, but I'm telling you. Now, why is the Justice card here in your advice? Yep. I'm telling you, people were unconsciously threatened by you in some sort of environment. Whatever this is about, once again, if you have a family and your children are going to this school, this neighborhood, there's other parents that are like, who is this? And it's like this weird backstabbing. Or if you're a leader in your work environment, or you're trying to raise up the ladder in your work environment, there's something about that. Or even in a friend group. I mean, people, icing you out. The Justice card is clarified by the Nine of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles here. On the one hand, there's people that, once again, are being selfish around you that you need to leave. On the other hand, this is your advice. You're going to be very happy in a new situation. The King of Swords is making a decision to actually let this happen, and the Page of Pentacles is willing to do the dirty work. So there's a lot of dirty work that needs to be done. There's a lot of protecting your spiritual energy. There's a lot of hard decisions that you need to make, honestly, here. And so a lot of you were hoping for a very fun month. And for those of you, you need to understand, fun is on the other side. For those of you, by mid-June or by late June, for the single Cancers out there, you will be in a relationship with someone new who will treat you right. The problem with that is I'm sensing there may be less of a pull, like a magnetic pull to that person than there was in the past. But the person in the past, we obviously see it ain't working, Cancer. So with that being said, I appreciate you. I hope that this resonates with you.